Gladiatorial combat originated as a funerary rite in ancient Italy. Early gladiatorial contests involved armed combatants fighting to the death. These combats evolved from ritualistic practices to honor the deceased. The fights served as a sacrifice or offering. Gladiatorial games evolve from private funerary events to public spectacles during the Roman Republic. Politicians and wealthy individuals sponsored gladiatorial games to increase their popularity and influence. Gladiatorial games became a form of entertainment for the masses. The games served as a means of social control during the Roman Republic. The transformation of gladiatorial games reflects the changing social and political landscape of the Roman Republic. Sponsorship of games was a strategic tool for gaining political leverage. Gladiators were trained in specialized schools known as ludi. These ludi were owned and operated by individuals known as lanistae. Gladiator schools provided rigorous physical training and combat skills instruction. These schools also provided medical care, turning enslaved people and criminals into skilled fighters. Gladiatorial training emphasized rigorous physical conditioning to enhance strength and endurance. Weapon handling was a core component of gladiatorial training, focusing on precision and combat readiness. Gladiators honed their skills through extensive practice of various combat techniques. Wooden weapons, known as roods, were used to develop skills and build strength in a safe environment. The use of roods allowed gladiators to practice combat without the risk of serious injury. Gladiators consumed a high-calorie diet, mainly vegetarian, to support muscle growth and stamina. The primary components of a gladiator's diet included barley, beans, and grains. This diet provided the necessary energy for rigorous training and combat. Occasionally, meat supplemented the gladiator's diet. Gladiators utilized diverse armor and weaponry tailored to their specific class and combat style. Helmets provided crucial head protection, often featuring face guards and decorative crests. Shields, constructed from wood and metal, were essential for defense against various attacks. Greaves and shoulder guards offered protection to the lower legs and shoulders, respectively, reducing injury risks. Gladiators utilized a diverse array of weapons, including swords, spears, daggers, and nets. The gladius, a short sword, was a common weapon favored for close-quarters combat. The hasta, or spear, allowed gladiators to maintain distance and strike with reach. Daggers, known as pugiones, were used as secondary weapons for close-range fighting. Gladiators, known as retiari, employed nets, rets, to ensnare their opponents. Gladiators were categorized into distinct types, each defined by specific armor, weaponry, and combat techniques. The Thrax gladiator, originating from Thrace, typically wielded a curved sword, psycha, and a small shield, parmula. The Murmillo gladiator often carried a gladius, short sword, a large shield, scutum, and wore a helmet with a fish-like crest. The Retiarius gladiator specialized in using a net, reed, a trident, fushina, and minimal armor, relying on agility and trapping skills. The Thrax gladiator was armed with a curved sword known as a sika. Thrax gladiators typically carried a small shield for defense. The Murmillo gladiator used a straight sword called a gladius. Murmillo gladiators were equipped with a large shield for greater protection. The Retiarius gladiator used a net and trident, relying on agility. The Secutor gladiator wore heavy armor and carried a gladius, favoring brute force. The Retiarius's net was designed to ensnare the Secutor, limiting mobility. The Secutor's heavy armor protected against the Retiarius's trident thrusts. The gladius was the Secutor's primary weapon for close-quarters combat. The battle between Retiarius and Secutor was a strategic contest of agility versus brute force. Gladiatorial combats were staged in arenas like the Colosseum, attracting large audiences. These events were highly structured, featuring distinct segments. The Venaciones involved the hunting of wild animals within the arena. Gladiatorial duels formed the climax of these structured events. The events combined spectacle, skill, and brutality. Gladiatorial combat adhered to specific rules and protocols, ensuring a structured contest. Referees oversaw gladiatorial contests to enforce regulations and maintain order. Combat continued until a gladiator was incapacitated or surrendered, marking the end of the fight. The crowd often determined a defeated gladiator's fate through a vote. The decision of life or death for a defeated gladiator rested on the crowd's collective judgment. Despite being enslaved, gladiators could achieve fame and recognition. Successful gladiators became popular figures, admired for their skill and courage. Gladiatorial combat provided an opportunity for individuals of low social status to gain public acclaim. Skill in combat was a key factor in a gladiator's rise to prominence and public adoration. Courage displayed in the arena contributed significantly to a gladiator's popularity and legacy. Gladiators' achievements transcended their enslaved status, earning them a unique place in society. Gladiatorial games functioned as a form of political propaganda. Emperors and politicians used the games to showcase their power and generosity. The spectacle of gladiatorial combat reinforced the authority of the ruling class. The games provided a means for leaders to connect with and control the masses. Public displays of power were essential for maintaining social order in ancient Rome. Gladiatorial games served as a tool for political manipulation and social control. The rise of Christianity contributed to the decline in popularity of gladiatorial games. Changing social attitudes also played a significant role in the gradual decrease of interest in the games. Gladiatorial games were officially banned in the early 5th century AD. The end of gladiatorial games marks a shift in societal values and entertainment preferences. Gladiatorial combat left a lasting legacy on Roman culture. The impact of gladiatorial combat is evident in art and literature. Modern entertainment continues to reflect the influence of gladiatorial combat. Gladiatorial combat continues to fascinate historians and the public alike.